Let's face it, people across all cultures find some pretty strange ways to have fun. Our fascination with the macabre has led to the creation of games that inspire fear in those who participate. However, some of these games can be terrifying or even life-changing. As a writer, part of my job is to search for inspiration from the real world. Let me share with you 5 of the scariest and most disturbing games and rituals I have discovered from the internet. Now for the disclaimer. I am not telling you to play these games. This video is strictly for entertainment. In general, I think it's asking for trouble. You have been warned. The Midnight Game supposedly has its roots in pagan rituals used to punish people who deviate from cultural norms. The game requires the participants to evade the Midnight Man from 12 to 3:33 a.m. Here is how the game is played. Prepare a candle, a piece of paper, a writing tool, matches or a lighter, salt, and a minimum of 1 drop of your own blood. If multiple participants are involved, each must have their own set of the aforementioned materials and follow the steps accordingly. Next, write your full name on the piece of paper. Apply at least 1 drop of blood to the paper and allow it to absorb. Next, turn off all lights in the designated area. Place the paper with your name in front of a wooden door. Light the candle and position it on top of the paper. Knock on the door 22 times, ensuring that the final knock coincides with 12 a.m. Subsequently, open the door, extinguish the candle, and close the door, allowing the Midnight Man entry. Promptly relight your candle. The game has now started. You must navigate your completely dark house with the lit candle. Your objective is to evade the Midnight Man until 3:33 a.m. If your candle goes out, this indicates the Midnight Man is near. You must relight the candle within 10 seconds to remain safe. Failure to relight the candle necessitates the immediate creation of a salt circle. If both actions fail, well, we can only imagine what happens next. Successfully creating the salt circle requires the participant to remain within it until the game is finished. If you manage to relight your candle, continue the game. Your goal is to persist until 3:33 a.m. without encountering the Midnight Man or becoming trapped inside the salt circle to win the Midnight Game. The Midnight Man departs at 3:33 a.m., allowing you to proceed safely afterwards. I know I won't be playing this game. This one is a bit strange and requires access to a public building with at least 10 floors. The ritual originated in Japan and has since become popular around the world. Supposedly, if the steps are followed correctly, it takes the participant to an alternate reality. Here is how you play the elevator game. Call the elevator and ensure no one enters while you initiate the ritual. Once inside, press the button for the 4th floor. Upon reaching the 4th floor, press the button for the 2nd floor. Once you reach the 2nd floor, press the button for the 6th floor. Upon reaching the 6th floor, remain in the elevator and press the button for the 2nd floor. At the 2nd floor again, remain in the elevator and press the button for the 10th floor. Now press the button for the 5th floor. Upon reaching the 5th floor, you may sense someone entering the elevator. If you wish to exit, this is your final opportunity. If a woman enters the elevator at this floor, it is important not to talk to her or look at her. She is most likely not human. If you choose to stay, press the button for the 1st floor. The elevator will not descend to the 1st floor. Instead, it will ascend to the 10th. If it mistakenly goes to the 1st floor, exit immediately without looking back. If the elevator ascends to the 10th floor, the ritual has been executed successfully, and you have now entered another world. To me, this seems like a more complicated version of Bloody Mary, a creepy game that gives you multiple opportunities to stop. However, there is one strange incident related to this game. It is believed that Elisa Lam was playing the elevator game before her death. Elisa Lam was discovered in a water tank on top of the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles on February 19, 2013. The hotel's surveillance camera captured footage of Elisa behaving unusually in the hotel elevator just before her disappearance. She was observed hiding, pressing all the buttons, and then peering out in an unusual manner, presumably engaging in the elevator ritual. Additionally, Lisa appeared to be gesturing towards someone or something outside the elevator doors, although this individual remains unseen in the footage. The fact that this game may be linked to a real-world death makes it far scarier and one I would recommend avoiding. Hayaku Monogatari has its roots in Japan's feudal era. It was more akin to a religious practice than a game. It was popular with samurai to test their courage within a clan. However, it quickly spread outside of those groups and is still a popular activity in Japan to this day. Hayaku Monogatari roughly translates to 100 tales. The setup is pretty time-consuming, but the activity may provide the scare you are seeking. You pick a room and light 100 candles, because each candle represents a story to be told. Next, you gather a group of friends who have 100 stories to tell among them. Every time a story is finished, a candle is blown out. As more stories are told, the room becomes darker and darker until at last there is one candle left. Once the last candle is blown out, a ghost will visit the storytellers. But this is just a fun, slightly creepy way to tell a story, right? Supposedly, a party in Japan actually had a pretty odd event take place around this ritual. They invited 100 people to tell 100 stories for a fun night of entertainment and scares. Once the event was finished, the host made a disturbing discovery. They had actually only invited 99 guests. Yet 100 stories were told during the party. Each guest was insistent that they only told one story. So the question is, who was the 100th unknown guest? Maybe something really did visit that night. Who can say for certain? This one is a divination game designed to get answers from the other side. To play this game, the only thing that is required is a red book with no pictures on it. Here is how you play. For this process to succeed, begin by locating a quiet room. Ensure all lights are off and close the curtains. Form a circle with the other participants, placing a lit candle in the center. Close your eyes, place your hand on the book cover, and utter the words, "Red book, can I enter your game?" With closed eyes, open the book to any page, pointing your finger to a random spot. Open your eyes and read the sentence you've selected. This serves as your answer. Interpret the sentence yourself to continue the game correctly. A negative or unclear answer indicates a failure to connect with the spirit. You can retry. A positive answer allows you to proceed. Once you are in the game, you can ask any question you want. However, this part is important. You cannot stop playing the game until you ask to leave, and you must receive an answer that allows you to leave. Failing to do so could have grim outcomes according to the sources. This is one that I read about online and have honestly never heard of it before. You will need a few things to take part in this game. A hatchet or some kind of woodcutting tool, a way to start a fire, a few flashlights, water, and a group of friends. The idea is pretty simple. You and your friends pick a spot somewhere in the woods and build a fire pit. Once the sun goes down, you start the fire and each person tells a ghost story. You continue this practice until the fire burns down to the embers. You pour water over the embers to make your surroundings completely dark. Then each friend takes their flashlight and you prepare to hike back to your car. Out of all the rituals or games we have talked about in this video, this one is by far the scariest. The forest in the light of day can be unnerving, but at night it is far more creepy. The moonlight is obscured by the trees, and every movement from the branches causes a cold chill to run down your neck. Even a powerful flashlight has trouble piercing the veil cover of darkness, making it impossible to know if someone or something is waiting for you. Once again, I must remind you, I am not recommending you play any of these games. As many as 1,200 people go missing in the woods each year. Even experienced hikers can easily get lost in the woods at night. If you must play this game, please pick a spot close to your car. The last thing you want to do is attempt a multi-mile hike in the middle of the night. Which of these games sounds the scariest to you? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoy this sort of content, give me a like and consider subscribing to the channel. This lets me know that you enjoy this sort of format and want to hear more of it. Until next time, take care, friends.